What we're doing today is a hope event.
On a warm night near the Dan River,
you are so beautiful.
The Prison Fellowship Ministry has a message that there are good times ahead.
It lets them know that they are not forgotten.
But it comes with the harsh realism of experience.
Because I've been where you are. I've been behind the fences myself.
James Murray was incarcerated himself once. Now he's a minister who works with inmates.
We can be successful despite our past.
And reminds them of how hard things can be when you bear the scarlet letter of incarceration.
I thought I had challenges when I was in prison. I really had challenges when I got out of prison.
Murray and Sammy Perez work for an organization called Prison Fellowship, a faith-based group that helps inmates succeed by healing from within. Like Murray, Perez too spent time in prison and believes much of his trouble stemmed from not having a father in his life.
Honestly, I didn't realize it until I myself became a father.
Something he learned in the most devastating of ways.
The first time I saw him, I was in jail, and my sister brought a baby up to the jail. And we had a visitation through a glass, and she holds this baby up to the glass, and she says, "Doesn't he look like you?" And she said his mother's name, and it dawned on me that I had a son.
That son is now 16.
So for the first 7 years of his life, I actually had to watch him grow up in an envelope. I would receive pictures from my mom, and he would be 2 inches taller.
Elijah is now taller than his father, and Sammy is dedicated to the idea that none of his 4 children will be without the positive influence of both their parents, something he's reminded of by another photo.
It's a picture of graduation day, and it's me and him standing on the field. And he got to watch his father walk across the stage. Now he talks to me about wanting to go to college. And that wasn't a conversation, that conversation didn't exist in my home growing up.
Fathers are important.
The man whose job it is to watch over so many who have, at least for the moment, lost their way, knows that void as well.
I speak from a personal experience. Love my father. But my dad and mom was young. I get it. Wow.
And that's why Guilford County Sheriff Danny Rogers talks to young men all the time about the influence they often don't even realize they have.
I talk with them about the legacy that they have the potential, or they will leave, whether it is a good legacy or a negative legacy.
But there's going to be one.
There's going to be a legacy.
When it's one that leads to incarceration. Sammy Perez discovered that when he returned as a counselor to the prison in which he was once an inmate, it was profound.
Just being able to come in and provide an example, that in itself offered hope, that the men knew that they could actually go out and achieve something and become something, and that that prison wasn't the end for them.